In 1841, Japan was a secret garden sealed off from the world. For over 200 years, the ruling shogunate enforced a policy of sakoku, or closed country. Leaving Japan was punishable by death, and returning was equally dangerous. This was the world 14-year-old Manjiro, a poor fisherman's apprentice, knew when his life was catastrophically changed by the sea. Manjiro and 4 companions were fishing off the coast of Japan when a sudden, violent storm swept their small boat into the vast, unforgiving black current. For days they drifted, lost and helpless, until their wrecked vessel finally grounded on Torishima, a desolate, uninhabited volcanic island known only for its teeming albatross population. They survived for 5 grueling months on birds and shellfish, their hope dwindling with every passing day. Then, one afternoon in June 1841, a faint shape appeared on the horizon. A massive American whaling ship, the John Howland, captained by William Whitfield of Fairhaven, Massachusetts. From fisherman to John Monk, Captain Whitfield rescued the 5 castaways. However, he could not return them to Japan because of the isolationist laws. When the whaling ship eventually docked in Honolulu, 4 of the men chose to remain in Hawaii. But the young, adventurous Manjiro decided to sail on with Captain Whitfield to America. In 1843, Manjiro arrived in Fairhaven, becoming the first Japanese person to set foot on the U.S. mainland. Whitfield, a kind and progressive man, took Manjiro into his own home as a foster son. Manjiro, whom the crew nicknamed John Mung, began an intense, self-driven education. He attended elementary school and the esteemed Bartlett Academy, where he learned English, mathematics, and, crucially, the complex art of navigation using Bowditch's American Practical Navigator, a book that was considered the Bible of the sea. This education transformed the humble fisherman into a knowledgeable young man of the modern world. Manjiro spent several years working on American whaling ships, facing down leviathans and sailing across the globe. By 1849, his longing for his homeland, and his mother, was overwhelming. To fund his return, he sailed to San Francisco, joined the California gold rush, and, in a few short months, earned enough gold to buy passage back across the Pacific. The bridge builder Manjiro returned to Japan in 1851, but his reception was far from welcoming. He was immediately arrested and interrogated by the shogunate authorities. Yet, because he carried no foreign weapons and his story was so bizarre and detailed, describing a world of railroads, elections, and advanced steamships, the officials eventually accepted his truth. They realized his knowledge was too valuable to waste. Just 2 years later, in 1853, Commodore Matthew C. Perry's formidable black ships arrived in Edo Bay, demanding that Japan open its ports. Manjiro, who spoke fluent English and understood Western culture, became an invaluable asset to the shogunate. He was elevated to the status of a samurai, granted a surname, Nakahama, and his knowledge of navigation in American society made him a chief translator and advisor during the negotiations that led to the opening of Japan. Manjiro's unique journey, from a shipwrecked boy rescued by an American captain to a high-ranking official who helped usher his isolated nation into the modern era, stands as a powerful testament to the unexpected connections that can forge deep and lasting ties between cultures. He didn't just survive an ordeal, he became the key that unlocked Japan's future.